All right, for your games, they're with
Nick.
And what are we playing today?
Exceed Season 5 BlazBlue.
Show them the box if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah, sure. There's a box, one of many.
A box. BlazBlue, Exceed. Right.
Yes. Where does this go? It's discarded. Oh, discarded.
Shuffle this up.
And that's that. And that's my turn. Over to you. I'm in check.
No play.
I got lucky on that one.
Guilt Spine.
Well, this thing is horrible.
Actually, no.
So, I know you've played other XC expansions before. The one special, or there's a couple of special things about the BlazBlue characters.
Okay.
One of them is if you ever perform a manual reshuffle, instead of drawing a card, you draw your Astral Heat, which is like your strongest move.
Okay. If you ever reshuffle. Manual reshuffle.
That
Okay.
includes if you just run out of cards in your deck and you just have to, that also counts as Astral Heat.
Okay. Yeah, haven't played in quite a minute, but
Any
sure to come
rules
back.
reminders, I got you.
Action to steal one.
Good for narration anyway.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Oh yeah, let's look at our abilities here. I haven't looked at New 15. When you set your attack, you may spend 1 force to gain 3 to 4 range. Okay. Oh.
okay.
It's gonna be hard to. Oh, I got glow in the dark dice. I didn't realize there was something.
Oh, shit.
Oh jeez.
Weird.
Well, that might be game.
Well, it's a good thing we're not playing video games.
We will find a way.
Life finds a way.
Let me make sure that Lauren's okay. All right. Yeah. Okay, that works.
Exceed by candlelight.
Man, if we were playing Betrayal at the House on the Hill, it'd be really spooky.
They're playing some kind of narrative-looking game over there. It looks like. Okay. Well, no, I think they got some kind of cards and stuff going on over there too.
Oh yeah, they are. You're right.
This is gonna be.
All right, there we go.
Well, glad you got that on camera. All right, so do you remember the difference between like gauge and force and stuff like that?
Man, let me read my little notes. All right, so I'll just read them out loud. But take all the characters' cards. Same for every character. 8 to 2 are normal, and no. 8 times 2 are normal cards. 5 times 2 are special. 2 times 2 are ultra attacks. 30 card decks. Ultras. The gauge cost in the top left.
Yes, that's a normal.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's in order. It needs to be shuffled.
Okay. 30 life. First player. We got D20. Okay, we got the 30 life. First player draw 5. Second player draw 6. Partial Paris Mulligan. Can do any point with an action. 1 turn action or strike pass. 1 turn action or strike pass. 1 reshuffle allowed. Second mill equals insta death. Do we have force in? Yeah, force. The squiggle S. Discard 1 or more cards from hand. And slash gauge per force. If you discard an ultra, a hollow, you get 2 force. And is any number of cards. Can also spend gauge. Gauge equals getting hit by opponent. Spent to pay gauge / force cost. Turn in. And you didn't strike, you draw a card. Actions, prepare, draw a card. Don't forget to draw at turn in if you didn't strike. 7 card hand limit after drawing card for turn. If 8, got a discard down. Move 1 force per space moved. Moving past opponent costs 2 force. Always ignore opponent's space when moving. Change cards, spend any amount of force. Draw 1 card per force. Gauge spent. Ultras count as 2 force. Force boost. Card bottom, discard card. And we have the. Basically, this is on the card with the actions, right? Yeah, both. All right.
And I think one thing, you get gauge whenever you hit your opponent, not take damage.
Well, it enters play in the same state that it'll be.
Gauge game by hitting opponent, yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure that's good.
Okay.
Cool. Rock rub, make you lose 1.
So do you want to call it evens or
It
odds?
doesn't say exhausted.
And let's go evens.
Okay,
He's
which
going
is your
to
first?
And at the end of my
I'll go first.
ready card step, purge a card from your hand.
mine, right?
You give Ox 10 2 plus 1.
Yes, that's definitely not shuffled. So.
Okay. Yeah, stay out, right?
No. They stay.
Yeah.
They should go back in the deck.
Oh, they do go back in the deck.
Yeah. Keep everything shuffled together. So you're a zoner for sure.
2, 3. Fill to 5, right?
Yeah. And I don't know if this is the way it works in other formats, but this bottom effect is when you exceed. That's how the gauge cost is 3 for you, it's 4 for me. Whenever you exceed, this happens, and you'll flip over to your more powerful side. Every turn, this will happen. You just basically you want to exceed, it just makes your character stronger.
Yeah.
Especially for certain characters, it's better than others.
Okay.
So you're going first?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to draw to 6. 6.
And I get 5, right?
Yep, that's right. So you draw at the end of your turn unless you strike for any reason.
Okay. Man, I gotta set this strap up or this strap just sucks. One of the two.
You're good, man.
Right.
No, nothing.
So we are definitely drawing
Spend 1 force for extra range, plus 3 to 4 range. Interesting.
more skill.
I'm looking at it like this is the cost right here, and
6, 5. Then we'll play 3 thirds.
remind me what's this cost right here?
So that just means it's a normal. Doesn't cost anything to strike with it. And every card, like I'll show you this assault. So you could play this as a strike by playing it face down, and then I've got to respond with my own card to strike with. Or you can play the bottom effect as a boost effect. There's 2 different kinds of boost. This lightning bolt just means it happens immediately. There's also plus. They're called continuous boosts, and those are they give you some sort of buff for the next strike.
Yeah.
So if I were to play this for its boost effect, I would backstep and retreat up to 4, and I can only go back 2.
Okay.
So there's 3 different types of movement. There's advance, which just means move forward, and you can cross up with advance. Close means to move forward, you can't cross up. Retreat means to move backwards.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Xenos Blood Shadow.
and then when you play the boost or whatever with the cost, you got to play with the gauge. You pay with the gauge, right?
You pay with force. So
Pay
if
with
something
force.
has a, let me see if I have a card. Okay, so let's say this card had 1 here. In order to actually backstep, I'd have to discard a card. To generate
Okay, yeah.
And that's how your mechanic works, is whenever you strike, you can pay a force to get extra damage. Or, sorry, extra range. So make sure attacks have longer reach.
So I would draw and then, right? Because.
And force is just discarding cards.
Okay.
Hey, Cody. Sorry, are you in a turn right
No,
now?
you're good. What?
Fangtooth. Strike. Which one happens end of turn? Draw cards.
So, whose turn is it right now?
It's my turn.
Okay. So you draw before it's end of turn.
Okay.
Officially, yeah.
Cool. So then I'll draw up to 5.
Yeah.
And then I'll do 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Yes, there's lots of different things that you can do.
No, it's only if you read. Yeah, that's why I
Everything,
keep going back and
after
forth.
every action, you draw a card, except if you strike. That's the only exception.
Okay. All right. In the top left cost though is gauge though, right?
Yes.
All right.
Unless it's the red S. There's few cards that cost that. That's force. But most of them is going to be gauge. You gain gauge by hitting with your attack.
Okay.
Or block. I think block just gives you gauge.
All right.
Pound, dealt 2 damage to a creature. And before this, we're going to play Gramo, dealt 2 damage to each playing creature. Enemy friend.
All right.
And then we're going to
Strike.
Oh no. When I say I'm gonna move, how do I go about doing that?
For every space you move, you spend 1 force, so you discard 1 card.
Okay,
But of
yeah.
course, ultras give you 2 force, so you can discard 1 card, move 2 if you have ultras.
Yep. And the ultras, they're just the cards
They are like
with
orange.
without a yeah.
This is an ultra.
Okay. Go.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, just moving one force.
Oh, so you're
Oh,
you can move
yeah,
one forward.
moving one. Okay.
yeah. And then because you didn't strike, you can draw a card. You can also you can spend as much force as you want to move as much as you want. You don't have to just move one, but if you want to be right there.
Let's move one.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm going to use the boost effect of Assault Through to step in. I get to close 1 and then strike. This goes to my discard pile. And then I'm striking with cross. Let's see. And since I'm initiating this strike, I'm going to generate. Oh, I don't have gauge. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can't do that. So I'm just striking. So you have to decide whether you want to strike with a card in your hand, or you can do what's called a wild swing and just use the top card of your deck without.
This Lacus will both die.
Man, this strap is horrible. I don't know what happened with this.
Or I'm gonna hit Faust. I'm gonna hit that, so I'll take 4. And then I'll reap.
Okay.
Alright, so we're gonna play Zoom.
Play you.
Gets you out of the
And then the guard only takes effect when what happens?
So there's 4 different stats. Guard just determines whether or not you're stunned if you were hit before you get to attack.
Okay.
If I do more damage to you than your guard, then you are stunned and your attack doesn't go off. Whoever has more speed goes first.
Okay.
And in the event of a tie, the person who initiated the strike goes first. So that would be me in this case.
Reap first.
And then armor reduces damage. Not every card has armor. And then range is specific. Like if something says it has 4 range, it hits exactly here, not the whole thing. Or something will say 1 to 4 range if it can hit all these squares.
So I'm not gonna put +1 because you're just gonna die anyways.
All right.
Okay, so you ready? So we're gonna flip. I'm at 6 speed, you're at 5, so mine goes first.
Son of a gun. All right.
So you're in range because this is 1 and 2. So I hit you for 3, and you have no guard and no armor, so you're stunned. So you take 3 damage. And then I have an after effect, retreat 3. So 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Because I hit you, I get this on my gauge. You did not hit me, so that goes to your discard pile.
Yep.
And then striking ends my turn, so it's your turn. I don't draw a card since I strike.
Okay. Then, yeah. At the end of the turn.
End of the turn.
Here, which will exhaust that.
I'll make you do it again.
And then I'll reap here, so your keys cost +2.
There was like pestering blow.
Oh yeah.
Now, when you boost, okay.
If it's
The plus boosts, they just are
Applies to your
field
next
spells.
yeah,
So
it applies to your next strike.
But just the next though.
Just the next.
Okay.
It's not permanent. It's just the next.
The continuous have a different symbol. They have an infinity or
So there's 2 different kinds. This is a continuous, so it has the little plus,
yeah.
and this effect applies to the next strike. Some are quick, they have the lightning bolt. This effect just happens the second you play it, and then it goes to the discard pile.
But aren't there some that just stay on the field for the whole game?
There
Or?
might be, but not in BlazBlue.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only those 2.
Yeah.
Play Trimmer to stun. Discard Trimmer.
I could even exalt.
We'll play Juggernaut to return. And then
Keys cost +1.
pass.
And you got 4 in hand.
Yep, 4 in hand.
Play.
All right. Oh.
Play.
You're striking.
Nah, I'm
you didn't
boosting.
boost?
Okay, good. All right, so I'm using the boost effect, the bottom, to advance up to 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yep. And then because you didn't strike, you get to draw.
Get to draw.
Yep. I'm going to
Put 2 damage on first.
Maybe it's upside down is the problem.
I'm going to strike.
We'll go on 10. Cauldron below. Yeah, so we'll deal 1 damage here, and I'll deal 2 damage here.
Alright.
Card.
So, do you want to spend a force to give extra range?
I'll put out.
Nah. And I don't want to spend gauge to give extra speed, so we flip.
You will gain 2.
I'm at speed 7, you're speed 2. Okay, so before I close 1,
Unfortunately,
then the strike goes off. You are in range because it's range 1. When I hit you, I push 2, so 1, 2,
Okay.
and you take 3 damage.
Okay, I've got guard 6, which means I still get to counterattack.
Exactly. So you do still take the damage, 2, 3, but you're not stunned. So
Okay.
this goes to my gauge because I hit you, and then your attack goes off. I'm in range because I'm at 1, 2,
1 to 3, and then I hit for 2. Well, no, 6 pal, 6 pal.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when you hit me, I must discard a card at random. I'll just shuffle my hand, and you can choose which card you want to discard.
Down to 2 in hand. All right. Hey, we're gonna pause and I'm gonna fix this thing. It's killing me. All right, we're back. I got a gauge since I hit, and it is. I have initiative because you did the attack.
That was my strike. Yeah,
All
exactly.
right. So on me.
Yeah.
I still should have saved it. It was
Yeah.
Do not like this one.
Man, that seems hard to play with.
Yeah. I had a final analysis. I was like, there's no point for me to do it. I could have done it there at the end, like after pushing for the reap for everything. But I had Kuzas. I was like, well, that's the better
I think that's good if we can get ahead and then stay.
I'll go ahead and
So long as it doesn't get chain by chain.
force
That
to.
was my last game. I got chained up so hard. All right.
Deal 4 damage there.
No, I'll just the action to just go ahead and prepare just draw a card.
So you draw a card, and then your turn ends, so you draw another card.
Okay.
So you draw 2 total. And then it's my
We have to
turn.
do this too.
I know it just borrowed Houston Jet. This is
Yeah.
your somehow?
It's like a
Draw a card and then draw a card at the end of the turn. All right.
together. I'm sure
We also said
I think I'm going to do the exact same thing and prepare myself. And it's your turn.
Okay.
I literally have more keys now. I only started with my normal because I kept running out, and now back there I have keys again.
they said like a million of them, and I have like a whole bunch of 2-player sets. And I think like finding all like punched out.
Yeah. It's funny, you wouldn't think that like losing cardboard keys would like at some point start hurting, but it's like, bro, I need my cardboard keys.
I need to be
I
closer
can
to
replace it all with anything, dice, whatever, but when it comes to that,
Destroy each undamaged
Yeah, let me go ahead and do the same.
prepare again.
Prepare again. 1 and 1.
I'm going to do the same thing.
All right.
Okay. Do you have more than 7 cards? I think you have 7
I
cards.
think I have 7 exactly.
7 is the ancestor. Yeah. So you're good.
that really matters.
And then once you get beyond 7, you've got to discard.
Discard
Right?
down at the
Yep.
end of your turn.
There.
yeah, so then we fight each other.
Yep. And I'll take 5. And on the fight, that'll go back to my hand. Pass 40, lose a check.
46.
Oh, crap. I didn't even think about that.
That's me. And then we'll go.
Well, you're going to score your own. You're going to score with your own. You can't miss the
I guess we'll go shadows. Steal 1. Discard back.
Yeah, after we do the finish, I'm going home for sure. I'm a little tired today.
I keep on like telling myself I'm gonna go to bed like all the time.
That's never me.
That's wild.
That's morning Cody's problem.
All right. I'll go ahead and swing.
Okay, swing
I
it.
literally do that every night. I'm like, nope.
Strike with this. I'm not going to spend any gauge. Do you want to spend any force to get extra range?
We're going to do Poltergeist.
Fucking sucks.
What does that do? It's an artifact controlled by players. If it was yours, destroy
When you
the
set your attack, you may spend 1 force to gain
Plus 3.
plus 3 to 4 range.
You can kill the fight too.
Nah,
Nah.
Okay.
we will definitely do that.
I'm just blocking.
That one.
All right. So I before I'll close 2.
Yep. So you're in range.
And then hit, gain advantage. You take the next turn, regardless of who initiated the strike. And
You're doing 4 damage. I've got 2 armor, so I take 2 damage. I'm not stunned, so I just get this block. I get a gauge. You
Depending
can
on
read
what
it.
goes on there.
Add this card to your gauge at the end of the strike. So,
Yeah.
and I can spend extra force to take less damage. I don't want to.
okay.
So then
I'll go add this to gauge.
Yep, and then you have advantage, so it's your turn.
If
I get advantage.
Wes, or if Jet wins, he'll be up there with you. But you beat him, so he just, yeah. Well, he blew me out with a great hand. Dude, he had one Infernus.
So I got 1 card left.
I saw that thing. Okay, so it's 2 cards. Yeah, so he heard his deck, he rebroke it, heard his deck, and triggered it. And I saw you have to get that card
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Go for. You want a boost or anything?
No.
All right. I'll go dive.
I got 7 speed, so mine goes off first.
I'm going to.
But before I advance 3.
The before effects happen whenever your card is like going off. So my before effect will happen, then my
Okay.
hit effect, and then your before effect, like that.
Cool.
So mine's faster. So I hit you for 3. So 1, 2, 3. You're stunned, and then I push or pull you 1 or 2. I'm gonna push you 2.
Okay.
Oh, so I get a gauge. This is discarded. Alright, and now it's my turn since you strike. So I'm going to generate 2 force by discarding this. This lets me move 2, and then I draw a card to end my turn.
Okay.
So now they're like $50
Yeah.
or more. So you're gonna get more. This is a treasure card.
It's a treasure.
I gotta get my shit together over here.
So just so you know, now that I've got 4 gauge, I can exceed, and if I exceed, I'll turn this around. So all of my attacks have +1 speed when I initiate a strike, and all my attacks that hit, I gain advantage. So I get to like take turn after turn after turn. I can combo out if I am able to exceed and get a combo going essentially. So it's kind of scary.
Oh yeah.
Some people are not able to afford the like.
What's her exceed again? Your attacks have 0 to 4 range. In hit, you may advance 3. And overdrive, retreat 1. And what's the overdrive again?
So whenever you exceed, the 3 gauge that you spend to exceed will go into a separate meter. At the beginning of your turn, one of these cards are discarded, and then your overdrive effect occurs. And so you'll discard one of your 3, and you have to retreat 1. But your effect gives you +0 to 4 range, whatever's good within that range. So basically, it's going to make it to where most of your attacks will hit from any range. So it's pretty good.
Nice. And these cards, when do they come up to effect? Oh, this is just describing the overdrive.
Yeah, it just tells you the mechanics. And you'll get this card into your hand if you want to perform a manual reshuffle, which will take all of these cards, shuffle into your deck, and you get this card to hand.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go check that time.
Yeah, for sure. Ghost Talk. But I don't get to rate it.
What's your return?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
yeah. She's got a fight rate capture point. Then, Fentu will kill that.
Oh,
And I'll draw 1.
anything?
Over you.
Well, that's a close
All right, I'll
game.
swing.
It's a close game.
It's a very close.
Okay, I'm going to swing as well. Do you want to get extra range or anything? Probably not. We're face to face, but
No.
Okay, I'm not gonna get any extra speed, so I'm at 7. You're at 5.
Man, 5.
Yeah, I got a lot of fast moves. That's no else specialty. So I hit you for 3, which stuns you. So you're at 3. And before I close 1, but we're as close as we can be. And then when I hit, I push you 2. You're stunned, so that's discarded, and I get the gauge.
Okay.
So
That makes it my turn. I'm going to. So we're at distance
Kill this
2.
guy.
Kill him, right? Oh, no.
I'm going to. Let's see.
I'll get 2 for that step.
I'm just gonna prepare. I need cards to move around.
Okay.
All right, and it's your turn.
Pass or check?
Is that 11 usually? 11 or 12.
Let's go.
There's one right down the street.
I don't know if this will do it, but we'll try.
You're going to check for one piece?
Sure, 1, 2,
Fair enough.
What if there's one piece there?
Oh yeah, you go check out one piece. Not for $5 a pack or even less.
You know what? I'll prepare.
Okay.
What do I know? He says no. You want my closing time? Because I'm going to.
That was really close. What
I'll go ahead next.
Who won?
So this goes to my overdrive. This creates a new gauge here. I flip,
I unlocked in case you.
and then that ends my turn since that's my action, so I get to draw a card.
Okay.
The Fang Tooth has been just
So I only get the extra speed and the advantage thing whenever I initiate a strike. So any strikes that you initiate on your turn, I don't get those bonuses.
All right, Kristen, you get first choice tonight.
Choice.
See, you deck good enough.
play around the Fang Tooth. I didn't know how this with Bad Penny.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Because she's always coming back to your hand. If you have creatures
That's
you
how
want to
it
save,
used
you
to
can
work
always stick a Bad Penny out there and not have to worry about it.
Based on winning, they always give us 3 bets.
Yeah,
First, second, third.
dude, I felt
That
so
means
smart during
third
that
place
play.
is
I was like,
and then Marcus is second.
All right. I'll strike.
I'm sad you took her away.
I'm going to.
I really like consuming her over and over again, but
All right.
Extra range.
Yeah. When you set your attack, you may spend 1 force to gain plus 34 range.
Yep. So you could discard a card in order to gain plus 3 to 4 range if you want to right now.
We got these to deal out. And then we're done.
So, for example, like some of the best and fastest cards are range 1, but the benefit of playing new 13 is you can make it like range 4. So the range 1 card can be range 4 or 5. So I'm at range 3. So it's unless you move before your attack, it'll probably whiff if you do. If you get extra range. Because we're at that weird range. Unless you have something that's range 0, which I don't know that she does. No. She
Yeah, but I was thinking it was 1 plus 1 range, but it's actually 3 or 4.
If you want to take that back, that's good.
Yeah, let me not do that one.
there's the view. Cody Shadows is pretty legendary.
Yeah.
I think. You'd have to ask Cody, but I think
What was that?
there's 2 movements, right? There's
So she wants to be like
and then,
half screen.
the one that's
This is more of
blue.
like a mid-range.
Mystic and
So I'll pick this back up if you're gonna take
Mystic
it back.
one's a mutant, right?
No.
Well, nah, you know, I think that's still just about the best
Mystic
thing.
one
So,
is key cost is
ready?
-1.
yeah.
I'm at speed 1. You're at speed 1, so you're faster, or you initiate the strike, so you go first. Okay, so you cannot be pushed or pulled.
Yeah.
Yours whiffs, but after you draw a card.
Okay.
Mine whiffs, but after I draw a card.
Okay.
So we both are discarded since neither of our turns. And I get to draw a card. And now it's
Marcus,
my
your
turn.
second, bud.
So on,
I mean, I even,
I'll let you.
like right here, took pictures.
On logo these shadows don't get no better.
That's all the leaders. I have every leader, but all the super rares and stuff.
Well, now you have some
Dude, I'm so tired of just trying to sell stuff online.
It's a big pain in the ass.
eBay fees.
Like not a big
Marcus himself showing
I would.
He did that with my magic cards.
Oh, he's not in our One Piece.
In the group.
What did I
This thing.
say? 250 for everything?
Yeah, I'll just take the.
Thank you, sir.
Preston,
me
would you be
next.
up for a game or you
I'd like to hit home. I gotta go get some stuff from Walmart.
Right.
So now it's my turn. So my overdrive effect happens. So I have to discard a card for my overdrive. I can close or retreat 1, so I'm going to close 1.
Okay.
Then my turn starts.
If there is,
I'm going to play the quick boost effect, Assault Through. So I close one and then
I'm gonna
strike.
go this one.
Okay.
So I'm striking.
Michael, you're next.
Somebody
I'm going
And
to
then Jet gets everyone sloppy seconds.
strike like this.
Hey, you're right.
So on this strike, since I'm initiating it, I get +1 speed, and if I hit you, I gain advantage. So
Okay.
it'll be my turn.
Oh yeah, I was just looking. Mars, Logos.
Right.
Flip. So I'm at speed 6.
So you got 4. Yeah.
Yeah, so before close 2, but we're as close as we can be, I hit you for 4 damage, which stuns you. So you're at 14. So this goes to my gauge. That goes to this card. And I gain advantage, so it's my turn. I'm going to... Oh, because it's my turn, the overdrive effect applies again, so this goes here. I'm just going to close 1, but we're already as close as we can be. I'll swing again. I'm at speed 6. You're blocking.
Blocking.
So before I close 2, I'm as close as I can be. And I hit you for 4.
Take 1.
You take 2, because it's -2.
Oh yeah. All right. 2.
And then, so you can discard a card to not take any damage if you want to. I don't know if it's worth it to you.
So I can make sure it comes.
No.
So I hit you, so I get a gauge. And you...
Oh, but if I discard it, then you wouldn't get a gauge.
I still hit you even if I do no
Okay.
gauge.
Okay. Yeah.
And because you block, you weren't stunned, you also get a gauge.
Okay.
And I got advantage, so it's my turn again.
Right.
So my overdrive effect applies. I have to discard a card for my overdrive. I'll close in one, we're as close as we can be. I'm going to...
I was gonna say we can play some one piece on the tip top simulator.
I'm going to wild swing. Well, no. Do I want to do that? Yeah. I'm going to prepare.
Prepare.
And it's your turn.
I don't have anything going on Saturday.
All right. I'll exceed.
We're gonna play Elden Ring.
So those 3 cards go to your, to a new gauge, wherever you want to put it.
Yeah. To the overdrive.
And then when
Let it
you have a
press
special
over.
effect,
They're all actually pretty good.
whenever you exceed,
I got
this
mine 'cause
happens,
there's a
so
card
you get
in
to draw a
there.
card.
See, draw a card.
This flips over, and it's my turn.
Okay.
So my overdrive effect happens. So my next turn, I have no cards in overdrive, so I'll have to flip back over. So I don't get my
Okay.
bonuses. So I'll close 1, so I'm as close as I can be.
Watch me grab
So I'm going to swing.
Are you talking about the one that's code?
So I still get my +1 speed and my advantage just for this last turn.
Okay.
It has Mars and the Amber, Harvester, Agent Humane, Collector Worm, and then it's got.
And then the top left cost again is force or gauge.
It depends on the symbol. It's probably gauge. If it's like this, it's gauge.
Okay.
If it's like the little diamond like this, it's force.
Okay.
Or it's not really a diamond, it's more like an S shape. It's force.
I did this too, yeah.
Alright, peace, y'all.
Legit.
Nick, do you guys have like a Facebook group or something I can join?
You want to be added to it?
Yeah, that'd be great.
What was your last name?
Gaither?
Gaither? We have a Facebook. Thank you. I'll add you to the chat. Feel free to mute it. The Facebook group, I have to reactivate my Facebook.
Okay, no problem. Oh, and by the way, since it's your turn, your overdrive effect happens. So you discard a card from your overdrive.
Oh, I thought it was your turn because you strike, didn't
Oh,
you?
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. I got tricked up.
Later, Michael. Later.
See you, man.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So we flip. I'm at 7 or 8 speed because of my bonus. So
Okay.
I'm going first.
We'd
So
love
I-
for you to come play with us.
Yeah, I'm really interested. I think I will join.
And don't stress.
So I hit you for 3, which does not stun you because your guard's higher than me. But when I hit you, I push or pull 1 or 2. I'm gonna pull you 1 to keep you out of range.
Okay.
So I hit you. Let's see. I gain advantage. You take 3 because you don't have any guard.
I got
Or
4
sorry, you don't
good.
have any armor.
No armor. 3.
Thanks. Yeah. Okay. And so I gain advantage.
I have 245 decks.
You're not stunned,
245.
but I'm not in range.
Okay.
Before you draw 2.
Before I draw
you
2.
still draw the 2 cards. Your hit effect doesn't apply. Okay.
See you, Marcus.
Lady Cody.
Boy, almost left my Navy deck.
Oh, I can't do that.
And so it's my turn again. So before I have no cards in overdrive anymore, so I have to flip my card.
Okay.
I'm going to. I think I will use the change cards action so I can generate an amount of force and draw that many cards.
Okay.
So I'm going to generate 1, 2, 3 force. Actually, I'll do 5 force.
Okay.
Because this counts for 2. So I'll draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards, and I end my turn, so I draw a card.
Okay.
And that's your turn.
All right. Overdrive.
Oh, yeah.
Retreat 1.
Yep, exactly.
My attacks have 0 to 4 range and hit. I may advance 3.
And that's plus 0 to 4 range. So you can choose to add whatever's most beneficial.
Okay.
And of course, you may doesn't mean you have to. You just can choose to. And advancing would be, if you advance 3 right here, it'll be 1, 2, 3. It'll be here.
Okay.
Because advancing crosses out. It's probably good because you won't be pulling over here.
Oh!
I had less than 4 each time. We're still alive.
Another thing that I forgot to explain. If you have 2 of the same card in your hand, you can play them both as your strike. It's called an EX strike. That strike becomes +1 speed, +1 power, +1 guard, +1 armor.
Yo, forgot all about that.
Yeah, it hasn't come up for me, but it's something that you have an option to do if you do have 2 of the same card. And so because of this, anything that's range 1, you can hit me because you get to add +1 if you want to. But even if I'm overrun, you can just choose whatever's beneficial.
And I don't get this unless I initiate the strike, right?
No. So yours says your attacks have.
Okay,
so it's just
okay,
no matter what. But
when
mine
you
says
initiate,
I
okay.
initiate a strike. It's the only way I get mine. So I have to be on the offensive, but you always get it.
Yeah, let's go to here. All right, let's go here.
Striking. Okay. Sure, what I should do. I'm gonna try to do this. Okay, so ready?
Yep.
I'm at 6. So I do hit you, which stuns you because you have no guard.
Son of a gun.
Yeah, and so I deal 3, so you're at 6. And then after, just because of my gauge, that goes to your discard.
Okay.
And after I retreat 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Okay, that makes it my turn. I'm gonna go ahead and exceed again. So 4 gauge over here, and I flip, and it's your turn.
Okay. I'll strike.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk.
Okay, so
So you're gonna add the.
2 to 3. So
Oh, and you were supposed to discard a card from.
Oh, yeah,
your
yeah.
overdrive effect. I don't think it's gonna matter. So you're definitely in
retreat 1.
range because
So
you
yeah,
could. You have a
1,
max
2,
of 7.
3. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're
All
in
right.
range. So you're gonna hit me for 5. Ignore armor, ignore guard, so that actually counters block. So
Okay, nice.
Okay, so you hit me for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then
17
you
to
can
6.
choose to advance 3 if you'd like to. So if you can move here, and this goes to your gauge.
No.
Okay.
All right. And then it's back on you, right?
On my turn, I'm going to discard. Oh, I have to do this first of all. So discard a card from overdrive. I'll close one. I'm going to discard this to get 2 force because it's a ultra. It lets me move 2 spaces. I'll draw a card in my turn. And you can go ahead.
Oh no, for the sword.
Yeah.
It was annoying with like
I'll prepare.
because he was just kind of like. Yeah. But before I think like going
I'm going to continuous boost. So I'll play this. My next strike will have +1 armor and +3 guard. And because I didn't strike this turn, I get to draw a card.
Okay.
Oh, I was supposed to do this effect. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. So I'm going to go ahead and get a little closer. The overdrive effect.
Okay.
he saw like.
I have to choose one or the other. I don't have the option to do anything.
And then I guess I got overdrive, retreat one.
So you're already as far away as you can get.
Yep.
So this is your last turn in Exceed, in overdrive. What do you call it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, fully. Oh wait, no, I think you red.
Yeah, that's 100%. Yeah.
Oh wait,
Actually,
I didn't see that. I didn't know it red. I didn't know it red. My vision is over here.
And then even if you got, yeah, that wouldn't work.
one more spot.
So if you do,
Come on, red next.
guess I could change cards,
Yep. So you can discard, generate as much force as you want to, and draw
and
that
then
many
you
cards.
shuffle them.
Oh, you're doing manual exchange?
No. I change cards.
Yep. Spend any amount of force to draw that many cards.
No, that's not what I want.
It's good if you have like a bunch of ultras because they each give you 2 force. You draw more cards than you're discarding, and then you still draw a card for the end of your turn.
Okay.
Or if you're just digging for a specific card or something to defend yourself.
You know what? I'll do. Man, it's crazy. No.
It's a lot of red.
This is range Z. This is range 1.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm at
range
two at the
2.
moment. Yep. So remember, this is +0 to 4. So you can choose, like, if something you're attacking with is 2 to 3 range, for example, that essentially becomes 2 to 7 range.
2 to 7.
Yep.
I'll wait until they
All right, yeah. All right, I'll play. Whoa.
I think you're
6. Yeah. All right, I'll play continuous boost +2 power.
Okay. So on my turn, I'm gonna go ahead and swing. So, and I do have to do my overdrive. So I'm going to.
Okay.
So right here I have +1 speed, and if I hit, I get an advantage. And I get the +1 armor and +3 guard. You get the +2 power.
Oh, this is for this? I thought it was when I initiate.
No, it's just the next.
Okay, yeah. Okay. And screw that. The boost is just always before attacks have been initiated.
Yeah, the continuous boost, the ones with the pluses, they just apply to the next strike, whatever that strike is, whether you initiate or.
But the lightning bolt boosts go even after an attack has been initiated?
Whatever the
Okay.
effect is happens immediately. So if you, for example, me show you. Like this. If you had this card in your hand, you can just play it and immediately advance 3, and that ends your turn.
Oh, that ends your turn. Okay.
Yeah, because it's an action just like any other action. Every action ends your turn.
All right.
Then it ends your turn. All right. All right.
So you're defending with that?
Yo.
So I'm at 3 speed with a bonus. Okay. So I go first. I would hit you for 6, which would kill you, but blocks 2 of the damage. So you would be stunned. Do you want to discard a card to not be stunned?
Yeah.
So by discarding a card, you get +2 armor. You can do that as many times as you want. If you don't want to take any damage, you could discard another card if you wanted to.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh wait, you generate any amount of force. So since you discarded an ultra, you generated 2 force. So that's 4 armor. So you don't take any damage since you discarded an ultra.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So you don't take any damage, but I do still hit you. You just don't take any damage. So you have to discard a card in your hand at random.
Okay.
So I'll choose this card.
Okay.
And then this goes to my gauge, and I gain advantage, but you didn't get stunned, so this block goes to your gauge.
Okay. And then this goes away, huh?
Right, yeah, that's right. And this also goes away for me. And then it's my turn, so my overdrive effect occurs. I'm just going to stay right in your face. And then I'm going to... let's see. I'm going to do a quick boost. This costs 1 force, so I'm going to discard this card to generate the force. I draw 3 and then strike immediately. So 1, 2, 3. This goes away, and I have to strike immediately.
They wouldn't have just named the stuff all this stupid nomenclature, then everybody could understand it. Like,
Yeah. Okay, so I will play this card.
Where does this end?
hey,
What do you mean take his purple?
yeah. All right, I will boost
Well, I'm striking. You gotta defend yourself with something.
lightning boost.
Well, you can only do that on your turn as your action. So because it's my turn, I'm striking. You have to choose what you defend yourself with.
Okay, before the I mean, I think I was asking that a minute ago, but like after a strike, you can't play lightning boost. Okay,
You can only do one thing per turn.
Okay.
You can choose to strike. You can choose to play a boost. You can choose to prepare.
Okay.
Just one thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right.
Okay, so flipping. I have to pay the cost immediately. I'm at I'm at speed 8. So I
Speed
have my
8.
2 gauge. So I'm at speed 8, and I hit you for 5, and you have no guard.
Speed 8 because you're exceeded. Yeah.
Yeah, speed 8 because I'm exceeded. So it doesn't kill you, but it does do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which stuns you.
Done.
And I push you 2, you're as far away as you can be, and I draw 2, so I have to draw 1. This forces me to do a manual reshuffle. So I only get 2 per game. Or after the second one you lose, so you only really get 1 per game. So this goes to my gauge. I draw the extra 1 for the draw 2, and then this goes to my hand because I had to manually reshuffle. My turn's over, and I'm at exactly 7. And I gained advantage, so I get 1 last turn. I'm going to...
Yeah, the advantage, like, stun combos.
Yeah, that's how Noel wins, for sure. I'm going to EX strike. So these are 2 of the same cards. You get to defend yourself with something. Oh, and I do flip back over because I didn't have any more overdrive. So for this turn, I don't get the +1 speed.
I mean, I should have flipped over a long time ago, right?
I've just been taking turns over and over again because I've been an Exceed gaining advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why you have it.
Okay.
So whenever it's your turn again, you'll flip over if you survive this attack. Oh, you don't have the gauge to... You only have 2 gauge.
Yeah. I mean, that's my only card.
So you have to wild swing. Play that card off the top.
Okay. Yeah, got a wild swing.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm at type 1 So I have 5 or 6 speed because I EX'd it.
6
so it hits
speed.
you for 1 damage, which is just enough to kill. Since
And
you
I've
have
got
2 armor.
guard 5. I would need guard 6 to.
Well, guard doesn't reduce damage.
Yeah,
It
just the
only-
armor.
Only
Okay.
armor reduces damage.
Just
But I'm
stops the stun, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm dealing 4 damage because I EX'd it.
Okay.
So it's +1 power. So I'm dealing 2 total damage to you, which kills you because you have no health.
Now I could discard 1 card to avoid 2 damage, right?
Only on block. That's
Only
just
on
the
block.
effect of block.
Okay, just on block. Okay.
Yeah, it says when you are hit, you can spend any amount of force to get you. So it's just a thing for block only.
All right, GG.
I know that's probably really confusing.
I mean, stupid. Yeah, this thing too. All right.
for sure.
Yeah, GG's.
GG's.